Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been several weeks since I made a video on this 66 C10. Basically I got the motor, the LS swap done, got it in, and I've been sorting through issues with that. Like I said in the video, it is really easy, but the thing that I ran into when I swapped this was I kept getting misfire codes in bank A and bank B. So I was trying to solve that problem. Figure, hey, this engine's 20 years old. I'll replace these coils. No big deal. They're like 20 bucks a piece for these generic coils. So bought coils, replaced the coils, didn't fix the problem. So I got new spark plugs. Changed all the spark plugs because I just left the original spark plugs in there, knowing I would change them, but I just went ahead and got new spark plugs. Put those in, did not work. Started checking codes again, and now I was getting a code on bank A, B, and E. So I just decided to contact BP Automotive. That's where the LS swap harness comes from, and they have great customer service, but you need to know, email them. Don't try to call them, whatever. And they actually, I think I sent them an email at like 5 o'clock at night, and somebody responded like an hour and a half later in the evening to my problem. Told me that I probably had a problem with the coil harness after checking some fuses and doing some troubleshooting. So I bought new coil harnesses, swapped those out. The E bank misfire went away, but I still had A and B, and it was just all over the place. So I was kind of at a loss of what to do, trying to figure this out. So I put the old coil harnesses back on, had the same codes. So I just pulled the computer out of the blue truck, and because it's the same LM7 motor, so put the computer from the blue truck in the red 66, boom, started up, no misfires. So I went through, reflashed all the bin files to the computer, trying to fix the problem. Turns out I just had a bad computer. So I ordered a new computer, got it in yesterday, and basically just cloned my computer. I got the same OS, the same computer model number, and so I was able to just clone the blue computer to the red one. Takes like 5 minutes on the computer, super easy. So got that in, flashed it, starts right up. I do have one code. The only code I have is the mass airflow sensor, because I don't have that hooked up. I've got the pipe and filter and stuff on the way, so I can get that mass airflow sensor hooked up in line with the air filter. So anyway, with that being said, I have done a lot of stuff since my last video, so I figured I would just go ahead and show you. The bed is on, short bed. I did, when I was putting the bed on, I had to remove the wheel wells. The tires will not clear the wheel wells. I haven't quite decided what I want to do with that yet, whether I want to get spacers for the wheels, which would be a lot easier than cutting the wheel tubs and making them wider to fit those tires. So anyway, this is the old ratty short bed that I got, and it doesn't match the paint, but I really don't care. As far as the inside goes, I got carpet, and I put the seat in. I picked up this B&M shifter. But I remember when I was a teenager, these things, you could buy them for 200 bucks all day long, brand new from Summit. I knew I didn't want the column shift. I wanted the cable floor shifter. So I picked this up, and I got it on Facebook for 80 bucks, which was a steal considering what they cost now. So I got window in and door panel on this side. That was missing. It's the rubber around the vent window is in real bad shape, but it'll do for now. Got the gas pedal in. Gauges are all in. They're all working, and I was able to test them. So I think that's about all I got going on. Now, maybe you can kind of see how low it's sitting now. It sits pretty cool. One thing I did forget to mention is, in my previous videos, when I was trying to figure out the suspension and the shocks, I said I was dropping at 7 inches, I only dropped at 5. Well, I wasn't thinking with the lowering blocks, it won't change the geometry of where the shocks ride. So I just wasn't considering that when I pulled those back out. So I put those back in. So those lowering blocks are back in. So the back does have a full 7-inch drop. Front is 4.5. So yeah, I think that's about it. What I'm working on right now, and I will make a video about it, is the bedwood. So this this truck's obviously going to be rustic, rat rod, whatever. And I didn't want to put brand new shiny wood in it. So there was a old home place down the road. I live out here in the country. Somebody bought the land. They're tearing down this old early 1900s house. So I got some real cheap barnwood from this kid that bought this property. I've been over here working on it. I've got a bunch more planks to do. You can see that is my little magnetic bowl full of nails. On the back side of all this wood, this white, that was inside the house. And what they did, you can see right here, they've got fabric tacked to it. You can see paper here under this nail head. So what they did is they put this wood up in this old house, which they did back in the days. And then to seal it up and I guess probably somewhat decorate it, they would tack up newspaper, probably flour sacks, just whatever to cover the walls, help insulate and make it look better. So I'm having to go through and painstakingly take out all these nails and tacks because this wood is 1 inch thick. Back in the day, you know, a 1 inch board was a 1 inch board. It didn't like today when you get a 1x6 and it's 3/4 inch by 5.5. So it's actually a full inch. It's really cool looking. You can see all the rough sawn. This is oak and it's rough. You can see all the saw blade marks. It's pretty cool. Been working here. You can see, disregard my scrap pile of metal from this truck and miscellaneous junk that I'm about to haul off, but got my planer out here. I've planed a few pieces and that's what I have sitting in here. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to do strips or not yet, but you know, I might just save some money and not do it and just bolt them down because it's not going to be just an absolutely beautiful truck anyway. It's just going to be cool to me. So anyway, that is what has been going on in the C10 and it is making good progress. And figured I'd start it up just to show you after I got everything going. See what it looks like here. These gauges, I'm not quite sure about them yet. I really like the way they look. The gas gauge is a little flaky and I did have to order a different gas gauge because the one that came with it was like something like a 90 to 160 ohm. And obviously the one I got for my sending unit was a 0 to 90. So I had to get the gauge to match that, but it's got about 3/4 of a tank of gas in it right now. And sometimes it'll just bounce. Also, I did get my check engine light in. That's that painless wiring check engine light. And you'll see it come on here. So you can see the gas gauge right now. It's just showing 1/4 tank. So these gauges aren't necessarily the best. Oil pressure, it does work. Obviously, it's not, the motor's not running right now, but it has that flashing red light that tells you if the oil pressure's low. The voltmeter works pretty accurately. Temperature gauge is, I think it's about 5 degrees high is what it reads, but that sensor is on the passenger side head, so that might make a little bit of difference. But anyway, started up here. That is it. It sounds real good. It obviously doesn't have any exhaust on it. I'll be taking it to my buddy Nathan. He's got the muffler shop here in town. Check out his YouTube channel. It's Blue Collar Performance. He does all sorts of cool stuff. And like I said in an earlier video, he's doing one of these trucks too. And his is going to be much more rowdy than mine. He's really good with LSs and turbos. And he just makes some really cool stuff. So make sure to go check out his videos. But anyway, I think that's it. Just a short little update for this truck. It's coming together. It's almost done. I did take it out and drive it, and I'll attach a little clip of that. I got zero traction in this truck. There is zero traction. These things, I don't know if all of them are like this, but the blue truck's like that as well. They just, there's no weight in the back. I almost think I should add a couple of 100 pounds of weight just back here just for traction, but we'll see how it is once it gets on the highway. But anyway, thanks for watching this video, and check back for the bedwood video that I'll be doing here as soon as I get it done. So we'll see you next time.